Hi guys, Pete Mazeris, the Home Inspector Mentor, here to talk to you about these last couple months of this year, which have really been slow for a lot of inspectors, ourselves included. Just read an article today where year over year housing sales for the nation, November stats, November 2022 versus November 2021 are down 38%. And so I went back and looked at our sales numbers from November 21 to November 22, and we were down. The month of November this year is 20% less in sales for us compared to last year. And I think December is going to be much worse when those numbers come out because our December year-to-year numbers, I think, are down 30%. And so the silver lining, so this article says, is that the mortgage rates are starting to come down, which, eventually they do, and business returns to normal. And in the meantime, what is a poor home inspector to do during the down season? I mean, winter months are usually a slow time for a lot of us across the country due to the climate, the weather, and on top of that, we have a slowing market, and so business is down, and so everybody's in the same boat. Now, you may be a newer inspector who is getting busier and busier on your way up the ladder of business, and that's great. But a lot of inspectors who are just starting out or are mature in the business, I think probably have lower sales year over year. And so it's a fact of life. So it doesn't stay like that forever. So don't be disheartened by that. Don't give up. This is a time to focus on what's important in your business. Okay. And that may mean for you continuing to study and get better with your knowledge base. Perhaps look at other home inspection software reporting systems that might be better than what you are providing right now or who you're working with. I published a video yesterday about opposition research, not operations research, but opposition research, where you're looking at what your competitors are doing and making sure that you're not falling behind in your market. Now, with all that said, in my opinion, it's always been in my best interest, and I've been successful doing this, focusing on the things that I can do that would make clients and realtors love me. Okay. And so that doesn't really require you to be the most knowledgeable home inspector, the inspector with the most certifications, the most experienced inspector in your market. Really doesn't have a whole lot to do with getting clients to love you and refer you to family, friends, and coworkers and neighbors, as well as to get realtors who observe your process and then want to refer you in the future on their short list because they like you. And so, again, you don't have to be the guy or gal who has that great technical knowledge. People really don't care about that in a home inspector, in my opinion. They are going to hire you or all of us based on the assumption that we're all created equal, which really is not true. But if you are on a list of inspectors that realtors refer, or you are licensed by your state, or you have one of the certifications from the trade groups, they're going to, a consumer is going to think that, you are just as technically qualified for the most part as the next inspector. So then what sets you apart? What is it that will get you more business? What is it that people will observe in you during your process, during your communication, during your reporting that will make them say, hey, first of all, I want to give this guy a 5-star or gal a 5-star, Google review, and I want to refer him or her in the future to my friends and family because I trust this guy and I know he's not a superhuman. She's not a superhuman. And if we do, make a minor mistake, they overlook it because they liked us so much. They thought that we spent a good amount of time doing the job for them and presented ourselves and our recommendations professionally and conversationally in a non-alarming manner, and we help them, and they appreciate that. And that's who people want to do business with. They want to do business with people who they know, like, and trust, right? The old B&I thing. And it's true. Same thing with realtors. Realtors don't want to work with inspectors who know it all, okay? And yes, I know we all are exposed to realtors who, we think know it all, but that's fine. Let them be the know it all. But as far as the home inspector or a person, in a social situation, or socially for that matter, you think about who you like. Who do you gravitate? Do you gravitate to the person who, always knows it all? Okay, can't accept, responsibility for being wrong. Those aren't really likable qualities in a person. And same thing for home inspectors. And so, one thing perhaps that you can start to focus on during this slower time is what can you do in your process, okay, from A to Z, which means starting from, taking that phone call to booking that inspection, to performing that inspection, to communicating your findings verbally, to delivering your report. What in that process can you do to improve your delivery of that such that people not only obviously observe that you're a professional and that you're technically qualified, but that you really took care of them. You really went the extra mile to perhaps investigate something during the inspection, okay? I used to always think, okay, if I went that extra step in that crawl space, that extra step in that attic, okay, more so than the next inspector would, then I always believed that, number one, by going the extra mile, I was doing the best I could, for my clients and my clients' referral sources, and they would appreciate me for that, and I'd be the inspector of choice for future recommendations. And I operated that way for a long time when I was physically doing inspections. And know and understand that you don't have to know everything about a house, about construction, okay? You don't have to. Just simply by going the extra mile of searching for something, will work. And that is something to focus on. So quick video about that, guys. The storm will pass soon enough. Interest rates will come down. House buying will go up. And then when we get busy again, you should be ready, okay? Because then the storm breaks, the sun comes out, and the calls start happening again. And you need to be ready for that. Those of you who are coming up in this business, okay, this is a growing experience. This is your opportunity to shine, work on your process, improve. And then when those phone calls start coming, that's when you exhibit yourself in that light, and your business will continue to grow. So happy New Year's, everybody. Hope you guys have a great prosperous 2023.